Audrii Cunningham left home last Thursday morning to catch the school bus like she did every morning, but police say she never made it to the bus stop. The Texas girl has been missing ever since, and a man who was taken into custody on an unrelated charge is now a person of interest to authorities. CNN's Rosa Flores live from Livingston, Texas. Rosa, what's the latest here?
Well, state police is calling this a criminal investigation. I'll get to that in just a moment, John, because I'm in the neighborhood where this little girl was last seen. Now, this is the neighborhood where she was supposed to take the bus, but she never made it to school. And then in the afternoon, when she didn't get home, her father reported her missing. Now, what you see behind me is Lake Livingston. Now, this is an area that has been searched by authorities, and just south of where I am on this lake, that is where Lake Livingston Dam is. That's where authorities say that they found the bright red backpack that belonged to Audrii Cunningham. Now, we have a map to show you a better sense of this area. Well, just downstream of that on the Trinity River, where the Trinity River meets I-59, that's where authorities were searching on Sunday. And Audrii Cunningham's mother making a plea to anyone with information to call authorities. Take a listen.
She has so many opportunities ahead of her, and she deserves every right to be able to reach those opportunities.
State police has identified a person of interest, but this individual is arrested on an unrelated charge, a charge for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but they're not charging him yet with anything associated with Audrii Cunningham's disappearance. Now, state police say that this is a criminal investigation and that they suspect foul play, but they won't go into the details of what that means. Take a listen.
Our primary focus and hope is that we bring Audrii safely home, but we also realize that foul play may be a factor.
Now, multiple law enforcement agencies are involved in this search. Multiple areas have been searched, and there's a $7,000 reward.
Audrii's body was located at the Trinity River under U.S. Highway 59, Leon told reporters at a Tuesday news conference. He later said her body had been taken to the medical examiner's office in Harris County and officials were awaiting information on her cause of death. Polk County District Attorney Shelley Sitton said they are in the process of preparing arrest warrants for Don Stephen McDougal, 42, adding they believe a capital murder charge will be appropriate. Based on all of the evidence that law enforcement has collected, they are in the process of preparing the appropriate arrest warrants, Sitton said. At this time, we believe the appropriate arrest warrant is going to be for capital murder in the death of Audrii Cunningham. He is still in jail under an unrelated felony charge. When asked by reporters how Audrii was killed, Sitton said, "I cannot speak to that." McDougal, a friend of Audrii's father, gave investigators a list of places he had been to, but didn't divulge where her body was, according to the sheriff. Leon added authorities also used cell phone data and video to help find her remains. McDougal was already in custody after he was arrested Friday night on unrelated aggravated assault charges, according to the sheriff's office. Suspect has lengthy list of criminal convictions. McDougal has a lengthy criminal past with convictions for violent crimes and another for enticing a child, according to court records in several Texas counties. In 2007, he was convicted of enticing a child in Brazoria County, Texas. Court records show he pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 2 years in prison, but given credit for 527 days. Online records in Brazoria County do not provide details on the specific allegations in that case. He was also convicted in 2010 and 2019 for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The victim in the first case, which led to a 4-year prison sentence, told CNN on Tuesday that McDougal, his former co-worker, attacked him after being thrown out of his house. "He showed up with some other friends that I had," Alec Bryan said. "We ended up throwing him out of the house and he came back with a knife. McDougal began stabbing the door before coming back inside," Bryan said. "He came at me with the knife, and I had my shotgun. and I hit him in the face with it, Brian said. I had no idea he was that kind of person. CNN is working to determine whether McDougal has legal representation and has also reached out to his family for comment. Sheriff McDougal took part in search for Audrii. McDougal had joined in the search efforts for the missing girl, the sheriff told CNN earlier Tuesday. Some of the witnesses have even said that he was in the community and knocking on doors, asking have they seen her. The sheriff told CNN, "To me, it simply tells me is that he's trying to give the appearances that he has no play or he's not at fault in her disappearance and that he's part of the concerned parties who were trying to locate her." McDougal apparently took to social media last week to state his innocence. A comment of "I'm not guilty" from a Facebook account appearing to belong to McDougal was added under a post on the Facebook page True Crime Society the day after Audrii Cunningham was reported missing. "I was there and was questioned. I am not running or hiding," McDougal wrote before commenting again and saying, "I have done everything I can to help find her. I have done nothing wrong." Another comment reads, "I am the one that went and knocked on the houses by the bus stop to get video footage." Most of the posts were made early Friday morning. Law enforcement officials didn't immediately respond to CNN's request for comment on the posts. McDougal lives in a trailer on the family's property and sometimes took Audrii to the bus stop, the sheriff said. The family's home is near Lake Livingston, one of the largest reservoirs in the state, with 83,000 surface acres, according to Texas Parks and Wildlife. Around 7 a.m. Thursday, McDougal and Audrii left the house for the bus stop, authorities said. That was the last time Audrii's family saw her. She never made it onto the school bus or to school that day. Her backpack was found near a dam on the lake Friday, about 5 miles from where her body was discovered Tuesday. The sheriff said there were no signs of struggle where the bag was located.